way, Essence is one of the most important weekends of the year for our city. It brings tremendous energy to our neighborhoods and provides a significant boost to our local economy, supporting hotels, restaurants, musicians, artists, retailers, and thousands of workers. But beyond the economic impact, Essence reminds the world why New Orleans is a cultural capital. To everyone arriving this weekend, we're excited to have you here. We encourage you to take in all of our city, visit our neighborhoods, support our local businesses, enjoy our restaurants, and take in the incredible music and culture that can only be found right here in the city of New Orleans. My administration is all in on making New Orleans the best host city in America. And that means being prepared, working together, and delivering an experience worthy of this great city. This weekend is a celebration of Black women. It is a celebration of culture, but it is also a celebration of New Orleans. And Kirk, you talked about the human experience and important and memorable moments that'll happen during Essence Fest. And last night, I had my annual Ladies' Night Essence Fest kickoff event at Gallier Hall. And one of those moments happened. We had the iconic, amazing Irma Thomas, who we were honoring last night. Yes. Who, by the way, was one of the artists who promoted the very first Essence Festival many decades ago. So last night, we're honoring Irma Thomas. And in honoring her, the also phenomenal and amazing Tanya Boyd Cannon decided to start singing "It's Raining, Mayor Morial." And the music started with a drip, drip, drip. And here comes Tanya singing. But guess what happened next? Irma took the mic and they sang together. And I can tell you that that moment is something that I will never forget. But to the women who were in that room, there were tears, there were mothers and daughters hugging. It was that moment, it was that human experience, it was that memorable moment. And those are the types of moments that Essence Fest brings. And so I'm excited for many memorable moments that'll happen throughout this weekend. So on behalf of the people of New Orleans, welcome to Essence Festival 2026. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy everything our city has to offer. And thank you for being part of this incredible celebration. Welcome to New Orleans.
And that was Mayor Helena Moreno. Up next, the Essence Festival of Culture is powered by partnerships, and this year, we're proud to continue celebrating with Coca-Cola as the presenting partner. Give it up for Coca-Cola one time. Now, they've been a part of the moment that brings people together across music, culture, food, celebration, and community. And that spirit is right here at home at Essence Festival. Right now, please welcome Stephanie Eady, Cultural Marketing Lead for Coca-Cola.
Good morning, everyone. It is so great to be here this morning, literally just steps away from what's going to be another incredible Essence Festival. It's truly an honor to be back in New Orleans, to join all of you here to celebrate another incredible Essence Festival of Culture, number 31 for us at the Coca-Cola Company. There is something really special about, 31 years. There's something really special about Essence Festival weekend. There's really no place better to celebrate than right here in New Orleans. And we heard a lot about the magic and the specialness that New Orleans brings. It's a city whose rich history, music, resilience, and of course, culture has really shaped the very spirit of this festival. You can feel the energy the moment that you step into the city. For me, when I arrived yesterday at the airport, there's joy, there's reunions, there's conversation, of course, music, food, and the culture all around you. It comes together in a way that only Essence can really create. And for more than 3 decades, the Coca-Cola Company has been excited to be part of this festival, this powerful celebration of culture, creativity, entrepreneurship, and community. We love how this festival helps create experiences that celebrate, uplift, and invest in Black women. This year, as our country commemorates its 250th anniversary, we at the Coca-Cola Company are proud to help celebrate a truth that has always been present, which is that Black women have never been on the sidelines of history. In fact, they've helped shape it every day. They are the entrepreneurs, the creators, the leaders, the mentors and visionaries. They build communities, create opportunity, and continue to move our culture forward. That is the inspiration behind how we chose to show up this year with our platform of Shining Together and our theme of Every Side Shines. For the first time, our portfolio of beverages are coming together in one experience. Coca-Cola, Simply Lemonades, and Smartwater Alkaline with antioxidant have all come together under one unifying experience where each brand has a different expression of her shine. While together, we're telling the story that every side of her deserves to be seen, valued, and celebrated. That story comes to life through Shine City, just over here to my right. And it's one of our largest and most ambitious Essence Festival presents to date. And that's hard to do when you're here for 31 years. We're also incredibly proud to continue our partnership with the National Coalition of 100 Black Women. And we've invited them to come and be able to share what they do to champion, to drive advocacy, education, and economic impact for Black women and girls. Just steps away from our Shine City marketplace, we will feature Black-owned businesses, entrepreneurs, and community organizers that are driving innovation and creativity, as well as economic impact. At the center of Shine City, we have our City Square. It's hosted by Jamila Mustafa and once again, Charles Beloved Kirkendall. And through this weekend, it will feature cultural conversations, interactive experiences, community celebrations, and performances from artists like Mario, Coy Leray, Destin Conrad, Normani, and a host of others. These special guests will bring the spirit of shining together to life. Our commitment to investing in the next generation continues through The World is My Yard, which is our HBCU immersive experience. And the yard is open during the weekend of festival, where you'll be able to experience the legacy and excellence and the cultural impact of what historically Black colleges and universities really mean. For those who are looking to take a moment of recharge, the Smartwater Social Club offers the perfect space to reset, reflect, refresh, and pour back into yourself. Because we believe that caring for yourself is just another important part of how you show up for your community. And while each of these experiences are unique, they are really united by one purpose: to celebrate Black women, to invest in communities, to create opportunities for entrepreneurs, and to support the next generation of leaders. To really help ensure that each person who walks through Shine City this weekend leaves feeling seen, connected, and inspired. This has been a partnership that really has been
WBOK, right?
close to
Yes,
our
sir.
heart.
Yes,
for
sir, they are.
31 years together.
All right, y'all, welcome back. It's the Front Porch, WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks, and as mentioned earlier, we are outside, y'all, at the 2026 Essence Festival of Culture, presented by Coca-Cola, inside the press event at the Ernest N. Morial New Orleans Convention Center. And it is certainly a pleasure right now to welcome onto the Front Porch a gentleman who you all should recognize. And if you don't, grab yourself the nearest Google, Mayor Mark Morial.
Hey,
Good morning,
GBB,
sir.
baby. It's good to be with you, man. Good to see you back on the air at WBOK. We remember the days.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Paul
The
Bollier,
great
we were talking about him and
yeah.
so many of the great WBOK personalities.
That's right.
And I remember WBOK back when it was an on-air personality by the name of Shelley Pope.
Shelley Pope. You know about
Screaming
Shelley Pope? Yes,
Pope.
indeed.
And, so BOK has long
70 years.
been a voice in the community.
Yes.
And first time I ever did a radio interview, it was on WBOK.
On WBOK.
It was a sports show that Peter W. Champ Clark had
Okay,
on
Champ.
Sunday, and I was a high school football player. And Champ invited me and a couple of my teammates on, and You know, Champ was the kind of guy who asked the question and answered it
And
too.
answered himself. He could do a radio show by
Oh,
himself if
man,
he needed a guest, man.
he was one of a kind. You know, we're making an effort with his family to get him inducted in the New Orleans Sports Hall of Fame.
Well, yes,
And
well
he's
deserved.
well deserved and
Yes.
long overdue for that induction.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
but good to be with you.
It's good to have you here. When we saw you walking
Yeah.
through the building, the first thing I came up and asked you was, say, how does it feel to be walking through the building that's named after your daddy?
Well, it is prideful and
Yes.
special, and
Yes.
you know the important reason is why his name is on this building. He had this building built. He was the prime promoter and motivator, pulling together all of the necessary elements: the land, the money,
That's right.
the political support to build this convention center. I was proud to be a part of Phase 3,
Yes.
which was built on my watch, and
Yes.
we put the land, the money, and all the resources together, and combined, this convention center remains, you know, an economic colossus
Absolutely.
for
it
the
does.
city,
Yes.
the region, and the state.
Absolutely.
And the state, and it also, I think, represents one of the institutions, along with the Louisiana Superdome, that truly saved downtown New Orleans
I believe that.
and
Absolutely.
anchored Poydras Street, and has given us the kind of infrastructure to become a world-class convention,
Yes.
visitors, and event city.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're doing big things, man, here at the 2026 Essence Festival of Culture. At the Urban League now, you are busy, my friend.
We are very
You are
busy.
busy because
And
we're under siege.
We're
Mr.
we're
Mayor.
under siege.
Yes.
We're under a state of emergency.
Yes,
and
we are.
the National Urban League is one of the nation's leading civil rights organizations. Proud to be in my 23rd year
Absolutely.
leading
Congratulations.
that organization after 8 years being mayor of this great city. We are on the front lines fighting for voting rights.
That's right.
I'll be hosting on Saturday a Black elected officials summit at Dillard University. It is going to be a closed summit for elected and former electeds, but we'll have a press conference afterwards because we
Wow.
have to strategize
Yes.
and plan.
Yes.
Look at what has happened in just a few short months.
Yes.
The legislature, in a fit of retaliation, anger, and racism, took away 3 judgeships held by African American judges.
Duly elected.
Duly elected.
That's right.
Took away the clerk of court's position after this gentleman had been duly elected.
That's
and
right.
with 68% of the vote.
That's right.
And they eliminated a congressional seat, which was the second congressional seat, which had been affirmed by a voting rights case just a few years ago. So here we are with an assault. It's not fair. It's not right, and we've got to fight back.
Yes.
I also add that the governor saw this in the paper, vetoed a number of projects that were in the budget for New Orleans. Now, this veto by the governor and the actions of the attorney general, which are now under investigation, represent a troubling pattern of hostility towards New Orleans.
That's right.
Why would any state dismiss, disrespect, and diminish its crown jewel? New Orleans is a crown jewel of Louisiana, not to diminish the contributions of any of the other 63 parishes
That's correct.
or any other great cities, but this city is what gives this state its reputation all across the nation and all across the world. So
That's right.
this idea that you attack it, it sounds like the old Earl Long days. It sounds like old Louisiana politics
yes,
from
right.
another era.
That's right.
And I would urge the governor to remember that he should be the governor of all Louisianians all the time.
Yeah.
And I've never met the governor. I don't know the governor, but I've observed the governor, and I think he's falling into a trap, a political trap of us against them,
That's what he's
of divide and conquer,
Yes.
of MAGA politics.
Yes.
When a state like Louisiana needs to be unified. When I led this city, we made it a point to move around the state, to let other mayors and other parish presidents and other leaders across the state and other legislators understand that New Orleans is synergistic with
Yes.
the state of Louisiana, not separate. And New Orleans is a giver. This is the largest tax base in
That's
the
right.
state. It's the largest tax base in the region. It is important to the state, and I think the state leaders need to cease and desist from these ad hominem attacks on New Orleans. They look diminished.
They do.
The attorney general looks diminished.
They do.
The
whole
governor
crew.
diminishes himself.
He does.
When he does these sorts
He
of
does.
things. I don't know what audience he's playing to. I don't understand why he thinks that this makes good sense. But you ought to be lifting up New Orleans and lifting up Baton Rouge and lifting up Monroe. And
That's right.
we do not compete with each other. Louisiana cities are not competing with each other. It's Louisiana competing with other states.
That's right. And the world.
And the world.
That's right.
And I want to reaffirm that, and I want to make those statements clearly and unequivocally. Look, on my watch, I had my battles with the governor.
Yeah.
I had battles with Edwards.
Yeah.
I had battles with Foster. But we ultimately, none of these battles were born of attacks on the city.
Yeah.
They were born of differences about projects, whether it was a casino,
Policies,
convention center, or the arena, where my intent was simply to get the best deal possible for the people of the city of New Orleans. Now, turn to Essence, year 32. We're here. I'm excited, looking forward to another great festival. And I think we should all recognize that this has become a fixture, like Mardi Gras, like Jazz Fest, like the French Quarter Fest, like the Sugar Bowl, a fixture, Bayou Classic. But this one has the largest economic impact.
That's right.
Of all of them.
That's right.
Because of the large crowd. Now, it doesn't have the television presence that a Sugar Bowl has.
That's right.
It doesn't have the, let's call it, universal support of Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is a multiple 100-year-old celebration.
That's right.
But it is so important. And so it's good to see Mayor Moreno continue the uninterrupted history of the city partnering.
Yes.
It's good to see Essence having put together, I think, a pretty good lineup.
A very good lineup this year.
I want to see Patty. I want to see Cardi. I want to see my man George Clinton and the Mothership Connection too.
Let me ask you this though: 50 years ago, were you in the municipal auditorium?
You know it.
You know I was there.
Man, come on now. We were all up in there. You remember those concerts? Man, we were in there watching
the Mothership
Parliament.
landed.
We were Shaka Khan.
That's right.
Earth, Wind and Fire, and James Brown used to come every single year.
Every year to the municipal auditorium.
Yeah, Larry McKinley promoted that concert.
Yes, indeed.
And so, yeah, very, very special.
It is.
And,
it is
good to see George Clinton continuing
after 50
to perform
years.
on stage after 50 years.
Yes, sir. And they're talking about the Hall of Fame induction. He deserves all of that. George Clinton is an architect
and a unique
That's right.
lyricist.
That's right. Absolutely.
I mean, his lyrics and music stand even to this day, never duplicated nor replicated.
Flashlight? Come on,
yeah,
man. They're a rocker party now.
Tear the roof off. The mother. You know,
Mayor Mark Morial.
My pleasure, Greg. My pleasure, man. Always
this is such a pleasure for you to come through. I mean, we're going to be here all weekend. And thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of this event to plan, to strategize.
Yes.
That's more needed than you ever knew. So thank you, my friend.
My pleasure.
Continued good work to you, and we'll see you over the weekend.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You tuned into the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK is what New Orleans is talking about all day long. Stick and stay, y'all. We outside. We at the 2026 Essence Festival of Culture, presented by Coca-Cola, coming to you live from the Ernest N. Morial New Orleans Convention Center. We'll see y'all on the other side of the break. And we're clear.
Universal has created a new theme park, especially for younger kids, where they can play with Shrek, SpongeBob, Minions, and more across 7 lands. Universal Kids Resort, a theme park for all kid kind, now open.
Consolidating court clerks and tasks. The letters urge them to cooperate with new city pass Catch 15 legislation or lose their jobs. The AG says she hasn't been notified of the investigation and that she stands by the letters. Well, this year's Essence Festival kicks off the July 20th, and the Essence Festival this morning at the convention center. While you're enjoying all the culture, music, festival leaders do want you to there is a designated book to celebrate the anthem. The goal is to prevent serious injuries and death from occurring during the holiday weekend. And that's it for you at today's headlines.
AURN News.
I'm Jamie Jackson. The up and down cycle in oil prices continues as talks between the United States and Iran move forward over ending the current conflict in the Strait of Hormuz. Tuesday afternoon, crude oil prices fell to their lowest level in nearly a month, dropping to $69.60 a barrel. Gas prices also continued to fall. The national average now stands at $3.84 a gallon, down from $3.92 last week and $4.35 1 month ago. But despite the recent decline, uncertainty remains over whether the two sides can reach a lasting agreement. Americans continue to feel the effects through higher prices on everything from food to energy. History has shown that whenever negotiations stall or tensions rise, oil prices often move higher. For AURN News, I'm Jamie Jackson.
This invitation goes out to all of us unworthy sinners who've been saved by the grace of God. For you and I are only made worthy by the blood of the Lamb and our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. We're FIJTC, Faithers in Jesus the Christ. My name is Mr. Rocky. You can tune in to WBOK 12:30 a.m. Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Hope to see you there.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 12:30 a.m. You're on the front porch with WBOK 12:30 a.m.